Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger from Picks and Parlays. We're talking SEC football, Georgia at Missouri. Christmas is right around the corner, and we've got a promo code. The code is ELF, ELF, for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. The Bulldogs are 6-2 on the year, 3-5 against the number. Missouri is 5-3 straight up and against the spread. Let's get to the good stuff. Georgia is favored -13. The total is 53.5. We've got Sean Higgs to break it all down for us. Sean, who do you like, or what's the play?
When they did the rankings last night for playoffs, was Missouri at 25? Did I read that right? Right? Am I wrong in remembering that? Like I saw it briefly. Were they in the college football rankings?
I don't
A team
I
that's
don't
allowed
know,
35
honestly.
points. They've allowed 35 points 5 times this year. Are you kidding me? How is that team? Oh, whatever.
Defense
Listen,
doesn't
as you can
matter
see
in
where I'm
college football anymore, if you haven't noticed.
I'm going with Georgia here. I am laying it. Where does Missouri go? Last week it was 50-48, a wild one. What do they got left in the tank here? Part of me wanted to take Missouri. I'm like, wow, I'm getting 13 points. Georgia's like, what do they really got to play for? They're a good team. They're thinking championship game. Let's get to the playoffs. Anything could happen. But 6-2, they're going nowhere. So I'm thinking maybe I take Missouri. But then I'm like, wait a second. Missouri had thrown 7 touchdown passes the last 8 games. And Daniels, who comes in for Georgia's taking over, has thrown 6 in his last 2 games alone. So I'm taking a better offense because Missouri's like Georgia light. They like to run the ball and try to throw a little bit. Let's be honest. The Georgia defense, it was supposed to be the best defense ever. Obviously got exposed by some better offenses. I don't think the Missouri offense is anything like some of the other offenses in the SEC. So I'm going to lay the 13 here. I think Georgia's going to put up a 40-something spot here. I just don't think Missouri's going to have the legs to go. Like I said, a wild game last week. This week, I don't know. I just don't think they're a good team. Georgia, granted, not much to play for. Let's be honest, they're a lot better on both sides of the ball, and I think they're just going to win. 13's not bad. If it was 14, if we got on the other side of 2 touchdowns, I'd think more dog here, but I'm going to lay it with the Bulldogs here on the 13.
Yeah, it seems like Georgia's defense is really, really good against teams that aren't in that top tier. Because when it comes to your Florida and your Alabama teams, those are just offenses that are really hard to stop. I don't think anybody in
Yeah.
college football has the pieces to stop some of the weapons that they have, especially at Alabama, my goodness. And Florida. Florida has about 6 touchdowns a game, it seems like. But when you're playing the other teams in the SEC, Georgia has been really good. They did give up 24 to
Exactly.
Mississippi State. But other than that, usually it's in the teens when it comes to the opposing scores. And their offense is not
Missouri's
an
not.
offense I like to trust.
Yeah,
But like you
they're not
said,
jumping
I
out to
think
like a 14-0 lead and getting on these guys. Georgia's going to be able to control them at the line. No one's going to be able to run the ball. Georgia will score, and that's away we go. They're not getting behind. It's not like falling behind to your teams like your Gators or whoever they play. Alabama, the other loss. So, yeah. Well, actually, they beat the Gators, I thought, right? Or no, A&M beat the Gators. Again, Missouri don't have the horses. That's all that matters. Georgia's going to stonewall them, and away we go. Run it up. Run it up,
yeah,
Kirby.
for what it's worth, I think Georgia still has something to play for. They can still be in a New Year's Six bowl if they still are having those. I'm not sure with the COVID, but with the fact that the top teams of the SEC are probably going to be playing in the college football playoff, I think they have something to play for when it comes to some of those big bowls. Because when it comes to Georgia, they usually lose in the SEC championship and then go on to play in a New Year's Six bowl. So
Yeah.
it's par for the course for the Bulldogs. I think they have something to play for here. And I think they're, like you said, better on both sides of the ball. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it all up?
No, I get, if you're looking at the total side, like I said, I like the laying it with Georgia, so I'm going to correlate that with an over because I think they're going to score 40. And I think Missouri will put something up. So to 52, 53, wherever you find. Shop around, people. Find a line. There's a lot of places to shop. So I know line moves a little bit. So if you look at the total there, I'll lean on you over there with you if you're looking at that.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for our SEC football talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Sean Higgs. As always, Sean, thanks for joining us.